for watching us live. And we encourage po everyone to please comment, like, and share po yung ating Facebook Live. And you can comment po yung inyong mga katanungan later on, and we will try to read po at sagutin po mamaya po ng ating panauhin. And of course, we would like to welcome all our media partners online. We have from Isabela City, Zamboanga Sibugay, Zamboanga del Norte, and Zamboanga del Sur. And of course, Zamboanga City, who are with us today po sa ating venue. I-welcome na po 15th episode po ng Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. We have the Department of Migrant Workers in Region 9. Let's welcome po our resource person. We have the OIC Regional Director and Labor Attaché po. We have Director Adal Musa.
Thank you, Mayra. Assalamualaikum. Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Buenos dias. It's an opportunity for us to be able to present our programs and services and experiences that we had for the last 2 to 3 years. And I hope that we will be able to elaborate all the services that we can serve our overseas Filipino workers in this part of the country. We have 13 regions, and we are within these 13 regions, and we have 29 offices overseas serving across the globe our overseas Filipino workers. Magandang umaga po.
Alright, so it's good to hear po your message to all our viewers po and all our participants po. Now, let's hear po your accomplishment report or other reports po from your programs po of the Department of Migrant Workers.
Thank you. Allow us to present our noble accomplishment for the year, middle of the year. The President honors the contribution of the overseas Filipino workers to nation building. Last year, the total remittance of overseas Filipino workers was at all-time high at $37.2 billion, up by 3% from the $36.1 billion in 2022. He is aware of the sacrifices of the overseas Filipino workers and has directed all government agencies to work together and devote resources and programs for the welfare of the overseas Filipino workers. The government seeks to transform the journey and the narrative of the overseas Filipino workers and their families. The DMW will empower our overseas Filipino workers and their families so that they can fulfill their potentials as partners in national development. How do we do that? We do that by making sure that they are supported in all stages of their journey from pre-employment, return, and reintegration. By mobilizing the whole of government to protect them against scams and help them grow their resources and talents. By bringing the fight against illegal recruiters, traffickers, and scammers at the grassroots level. As you all know, the third pillar of Philippine foreign policy is the protection of the rights and the promotion of the welfare and interests of the overseas Filipino workers. And consistent with this policy, the safety of Filipinos, no matter where they are, is a national priority. In the past year, we have seen intensified global conflicts posing danger to Filipino workers. And to ensure their safety, we pursued agreements with other countries and institutionalized mechanisms to immediately respond to their needs. And given the growing demand of the Filipino workers abroad, there is a need for an orderly deployment, which outlines the rights and responsibilities of the host government. This will guarantee the process of recruitment is implemented in a fair and ethical manner, and that our Filipino workers are treated fairly. We have assisted Filipinos in distress, but despite our endeavors to provide OFWs with the assistance they need, many of them still experience difficulties due to conflict, abuse, exploitation, man-made and natural calamities or crises. Thus, our office will continue to reinforce stronger protection and growth and development for our overseas Filipino workers and their families in times of needs and emergencies. From July 2022 up to June 2024, we received nationwide about 32,000 requests for assistance. Of these, 76% have been resolved. A monthly average of 894 overseas Filipino workers or a total of 20,000 plus workers have been safely repatriated and reunited with their families in the Philippines. And about 3,000 requests for better working terms were also addressed. With the ongoing global conflict or conflicts and unforeseen calamities, the department makes sure that we will always be there during their needs. As of 31 this year, we have successfully repatriated around 928 overseas Filipino workers from Israel, from Lebanon, from the West Bank and Gaza, who were affected by the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. We also facilitated the repatriation of 32 overseas Filipino workers, dependents from these areas. From July 2023 up to May this year, the Overseas Worker Welfare Administration, by which I wish to acknowledge Director Tata Sultan of OWA, who is present here today, 9,000 returning overseas Filipino workers, including repatriates from Kuwait, Israel, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, Oman, Palestine, Sudan, and the United Arab Emirates, who are supported with repatriation assistance services. These services includes airport assistance, medical aid, temporary shelter, and repatriation of human remains. We have heard about the 10,000 workers who were affected by bankruptcy in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, companies in Saudi Arabia. As of May 15, 2024, 1,350 checks intended for the claimants were already credited to the Land Bank of the Philippines, amounting to 1.03 billion pesos. Of this amount, 29.8 million worth of checks were endorsed to the Land Bank of the Philippines for 28 family beneficiaries of deceased claimants. That means namatay sila bago nila makuha ang kanilang claims. Worth of checks were endorsed to the Land Bank of the Philippines to 30 family beneficiaries of OFW with names. Medyo may discrepancy. But we were able to provide it to them. The government has provided an unprecedented amount of assistance, which is different, but under this new administration, the government has provided financial assistance to the Action Fund or the Agarang Kalinga para sa mga nangailangan. Our office has assisted 215,000 plus OFWs with total funds obligated to about 1.09 billion as of July 31st this year. The Action Fund is being used to help OFWs with their legal, medical, and financial needs. Recently, we have increased the assistance from 30,000 to 50,000 to a maximum of 100,000 depending on the circumstances of the OFW. This Action Fund is also being used to provide overseas Filipino workers in contact with the law overseas, worldwide, with the lawyers so that they can seek justice against abusive recruiters and employers. In close coordination with other agencies of government and the Department of Foreign Affairs, the Department of Migrant Workers and OWA ensure that government is there when OFWs needed help, especially during time of conflict and calamities. We have helped and rescued, brought home and provide financial support to 803 OFWs trapped in Sudan conflict. Nandoon po ako sa Port Sudan at nakarepatriate tayo that number. And from Port Sudan, we were able to repatriate about 32 overseas Filipino workers. And we continue to assist in the repatriations and reintegration of our OFWs affected by all these conflicts and calamities. So far, DFA, DMW, and OWA have repatriated 1,108 OFWs and Portis dependents in total from conflict areas like Israel, Lebanon, West Bank, and Gaza. We'll provide immediate relief to our workers affected by all these calamities, as we have provided immediate relief to those who are affected by the Taiwan earthquake and the Turkey earthquake. The Department of Migrant Workers and the Overseas Worker Administration have made it easier for our overseas Filipino workers and their families to seek help through the One Repatriation Command Center. Since it started, the ORC and the OWA satellite and regional offices nationwide have received 33,000 plus requests for assistance. Of this number, 80% have been resolved. A monthly average of 910 OFWs, or a total of 21,000, have been safely repatriated and united with their families after the request has been granted and provided assistance by the office. We will continue. The OWA and the Department of Migrant Workers will continue to strengthen our integration program. From January last year to August this year, we have assisted 1,300 overseas Filipino workers through various services, like the Balik Pinas, Balik Pinay Hanap Buhay program, and aside from this, we have supported also OFWs. Ito, siguro magugustuhan natin ito. We have supported 1,471 overseas Filipino workers who was part of the teachers in public schools through our program sa Pilipinas, Ikaw ang Ma'am at Sir program in partnership with the Department of Education. Ibig sabihin yan, you have heard about the migration of teachers, for example, to various parts of the globe to teach. And we wanted to bring them back. One of them is here. She was a domestic worker in Hong Kong, working as domestic worker, but she was previously a teacher in Zamboanga del Sur. And now she is employed with the Department of Education as public school teacher. They are prioritized by our department through our intercession to be again in the classroom and teach with their family, friends, to enjoy their fiesta, to enjoy holidays, to enjoy New Year's and all other celebration. So they are now here. Most of them are here. Okay? Let's go to... are actually working in Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Bahrain, and other countries. Yung volume in that order. Okay? Ito, last 2 weeks ago, we brought the Ministry of Health of the Saudi Ministry of Health and Saudi Embassy to Zamboanga so that our workers will no longer have to come to Zamboanga to Manila to apply for work. We have what we call the government-to-government arrangement program. So for this year, until last 2 weeks ago, we were able to deploy workers to Saudi Arabia, 342 nurses. Walang bayad to. It's a free deployment scheme. Papunta rin ang employer. We are assured of their safety and security because this is a government employer. We have our region deployed about 68 workers for Taiwan. Factory workers po sila. And another 3 healthcare workers or caregivers to Japan. A total of, from January up to, as I speak today, of 413 overseas Filipino workers. Wala pong silang binabayaran and their employers are assured because they are all government employers. Their safety, are assured because they are posted to government companies. We have over 2 million pesos for our beneficiaries in our programs in the region for the Livelihood Development Assistance Program, Balik Pinas, Balik Hanap Buhay. So it's a total of, for the year, about 2 million pesos. What is 2 million pesos? Remember, we're just about 3 years in existence, no? Our office used to be composed of about 6 offices. DOLE, POEA, OWA, OMWA of DFA, DSWD, and the National Maritime Polytechnic. We have the first ever OFW hospital in Pampanga, and we have soon to be sophisticated National Maritime Polytechnic Training Center because we have over 500,000 seamen working across the globe. Yes? Yes? Yes. In this region, we have assisted 23 teachers. Former domestic worker, teacher, now they become teacher again. And they have assured of an item at the Department of Education. And, yes. So that's all, and we are ready to take questions from our media personalities in Zamboanga City, and thank you for coming. The number that we can give to you in case you have encountered a problem all over the world. 1348. 1348. Maski saan ka sa sulok ng mundo, maski diyan ka sa Pangapuyan Island o doon ka sa Sibato Island, anywhere basta may internet, 1348. Parang hotline yan eh, it's a call center sort of. So, wag ko kayong magsama na ng ibang tao pa na nagbabayad pa ng pamasahe nila. Pwede kayo gumamit ng internet kung hindi kayo pwede pumunta sa aming opisina. Very accessible na mamayra ngayon ang services ng gobyerno. Departure orientation seminar. Minsan country specific kami. Saan papunta? Saudi. O ito. Saudi ganito. These are the do's and don'ts. Dapat makinig tayo. Ang problema kung aalis tayo, akala natin ang puntahan natin parang palasyo. Di ba? Kung punta ka sa Dubai, akala mo palasyo ganito, yung pala, yung destination mo sa disyerto. O punta ka sa Taiwan, akala mo yung bamboo tallest building nila. Yung pala, doon ka sa farm work. O doon ka sa sulok-sulok ng Taiwan, for example. Akala mo, lahat ng damit mo, masusuot mo, not all the time. Because if you are assigned to a country like Europe or Russia, yung nasusuot mo dito, Amerika, parang Tagalog, hindi mo masusuot doon yan. 4 seasons eh. Or, what's the best protection? Kung yan ang tanong mo, what's the best protection? Is to be alert, educated before you come. Kami sa DMW, meron kaming pre-employment. Bago ka mag-pre-departure, meron pa kaming pre-employment. Pre-employment orientation seminar. So, punta ka sa amin, Sir, pag-graduate ko, ako ngayon ay fourth year na nursing, pag-graduate ko, gusto mong trabaho sa gusto mo. So, ito yung mapuntahan mo. After that, pupunta ka sa agency, legit na agency. Yung legit agency, hindi nagtatsak sa mga food chain or sa barangay hall or sa saan-saan. Ang legit na agency, dapat doon sa address na may opisina sila. At dapat meron kang resibo, mamayra, kung ikaw ay nagbayad. Kung ikaw ay nag-apply ng skilled workers, for example, may nagbayad ka, dapat may resibo. Sa domestic worker, dapat walang bayad yan. No? Or kung pumunta ka sa Qatar, for example, walang bayad, no placement fee. At may mga maraming bansa na no placement fee. So, assured ka ng ganun. So, yung pre-departure orientation seminar, we hope to have it in a country-specific na, fully. Sabihin, kung punta ka gusto magtrabaho sa Turkey, ang orientation seminar mo ay Turkey lang, direct. Mahaba yun, medyo 8 hours supposedly. Minsan, pag domestic worker, mga 5 days pa yan yung training and skills development. For example, kung ikaw ay first time magtatrabaho as domestic worker, tandaan mo, meron kang skills training. Dapat meron kang certificate from TESDA. Para pagdating mo doon, alam mo paano mag-on ng air condition. Kasi, by the way, hindi lang ang cause ng maltreatment is because you do not know. Sometimes the cause of maltreatment is you know more than what is expected of you. Or you work harder than what is expected of you. Kaya minsan, nag-aawa yung domestic worker na Pilipina with other nationality. Because ang Pilipina, 5 o'clock gising na, nililigo na yan, well-dressed na. Yung ibang lahi, hindi ganun eh. So minsan, because of sometimes parang may favoritism from employers, nag-aaway sila among workers. Or sometimes, you work too hard,
that sometimes your female employer nagsiselos sa'yo dahil mas magaling ka sa kanya o yung asawa ng amo mo. Magluto, things like this. Hindi ibig sabihin, huwag mong gawin yun. But what we are saying is, abuses may not be because hindi ka marunong. Hindi ka marunong. Abuses sometimes is not the fault of the worker, of course. It's the fault of the employer. Kaya meron tayong mga other facilities where they can avail the services of our department. And by the way, yung mga abuses that involves police cases has now been transferred to the Department of Migrant Workers overseas rather than the embassy. It used to be hawak ng embassy po yan eh. Ngayon sa amin na po yan. O yung mga namatay, yung mga pangkay, at kami na po nag-asikal sa mga dokumento nila. May kunting challenge lang po dito sa ating region. May mga kababayan tayo na walang PSA, walang birth certificate, walang other documents. Pag namatay po sila, mahirap po sila mag-claim ng insurance, mahirap po sila hanapin, o mahirap po sila bigyan ng tulong just in case nangailangan sila ng tulong dahil hindi natin alam kung nasaan sila. Bawat isa na umalis, dapat po yan mag-register sila. Kung sila domestic worker, dapat po may Facebook account sila at matatrack natin sila saan man sila pupunta para ma-continuous monitor natin sila kung saan man sila pupunta. And for those who may be encountering problems in the 29 countries that we are present, pwede po sila tumawag doon. We cannot do it by ourselves, but we are coordinating with the local. Kung saan, we know with the local authorities kung saan tayo pwede humingi ng tulong.
Sige po. Next question naman po, last na po from Basilan. Do you have plans po to establish a field office in Isabela City for access po to the services po provided by the department?
Yes, this is a plan of our department. It is enshrined in the law that created the department to create provincial offices and provincial units to serve better our overseas Filipino workers. OWA is doing it already, but we are just starting. We hope to have our office also. Kung mag-umpisa pa kami, siguro sa loob na ng office ng OWA, and later we will have an office adjacent to them. We do not like to separate from our sister agency like OWA because services are tuloy-tuloy yan from us to their office or from their office to our office. Kaya pag mawala kami o malayo kami sa kanila.